Well, thank you very much, and I'm glad I was here to catch some of the Senator's speech. I think she made some very excellent points, and I think we all share a common concern over events that have taken place in Sri Lanka. Certainly the Prime Minister and the Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Honourable John Baird, have been very outspoken on this issue, and working obviously with our colleagues at the United Nations and throughout the world for what we want to see, which is a successful, peaceful, and strong country, and people of different backgrounds and faiths and views working together to make that country even more successful and obviously peaceful. So, you know, we can certainly say that the Prime Minister, and I'm sure some of my other colleagues from the government side that will be attending later today will say similar things, that we have spoken out loudly and clearly on the important issue of human rights. The Government of Canada's position that we've made to both the High Commissioner and directly to the Minister of Foreign Affairs in Sri Lanka, expressing our concerns on the lack of accountability for the serious allegations of war crimes, the lack of reconciliation with the Tamil community, and with events that have taken place since the end of the Civil War. Canada will continue to speak loudly and clearly on behalf of human rights around the world, and especially in Sri Lanka. We know we have significant challenges, and we know that they are complex. And I think the Senator is quite right in saying that we can set an example here in Canada through our reconciliation here locally, and spread it to all parts of the world, including Sri Lanka. You know, the Senator also talked a fair bit about South Africa and what happened there. And I think it's important to remember that it was actually the Canadian government at the time, the Brian Mulroney government, that was the first country to start the process of speaking out against apartheid and getting the world community rallied around change in that country. And Canada can and will continue to be a leader in this issue as well. So I look forward to continuing my involvement with this organization and working with you and hearing from you, as I do and my colleagues do on a regular basis. And you should be congratulated for not sitting back and letting the world evolve as the world evolves, but taking a leadership role by continuing to be engaged in these issues, and for continuing to stand up for what is right. And that is basic human rights of all people, men, women, young people, people of all kinds of faiths and backgrounds across the world, because, you know, you don't have a strong country, you don't have a strong world without respecting basic human rights of all people. That is the way Canada stands up in the world, and that is the way we will continue to do so. And I know that parliamentarians on all sides of the House, I'm sure all 308 members of Parliament, stand with you and what you are doing and what you are advocating for, because you are on the right side of history and you are the right side of basic human rights. So thank you very much for the invitation to drop by and just say a few words to you today. As he said, I know some of my other colleagues who I talked to this morning, as a matter of fact, I know are coming over throughout the day as our parliamentary schedules permit. So congratulations for keeping up the great work that you are doing. And please keep us in the loop as well in what you are doing. I always say to constituents and others, you know, you can never communicate with your member of parliament too much. We need to know what you are doing. We need to know how we can be more helpful. And we need to know what you think the Canadian government should be standing up for here at home and throughout the world. So thank you very much for the invitation to be here, and I wish you the rest of a good and successful day. Thank you very much.